You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I am back. Rodrance for Black and White Sports. Well, the other day, Michael Irvin had a news conference talking about the accusations levied against him that caused him to be yanked from Super Bowl coverage from NFL Network and ESPN's First Take. He goes on there and he squabbles back and forth with Stephen A. Smith. Now, I've been vocal. I'm a Michael Irvin fan. I'm not a Cowboys fan, but I'm an Irvin fan. I think he's extremely entertaining. He's energetic on NFL Game Day on NFL Network, and it's generally my go-to pregame show on Sundays before games start. I appreciate his unapologetic lack of objectiveness for his Dallas Cowboys, and he was my favorite wide receiver growing up, the playmaker, extremely physical, broke his neck famously in Philadelphia. And, of course, these accusations have been levied against him from some kind of an encounter that happened with a woman at a Marriott in Arizona during Super Bowl week. And he was yanked from coverage, and we're very suspicious as to what in the hell's really going on. He had a press conference. He come out and said he akined it to black men being lynched. While I don't love that analogy, I can kind of understand what he's feeling like right now, because everybody is saying, and his lawyers has seen the video footage. They came out yesterday and said it's nonsense. It's nonsense. Well, there's also been witnesses that have come out on Michael Irvin's behalf. Well, they have stepped up yet again. Yet again, they have stepped up and said, look, we can't see that anything out of the ordinary happened. And I know this crawls across my skin, and it feels like a cash grab, potentially, from some alleged accuser over some alleged incident. And so the witnesses, including one from Philadelphia, who self-admittedly said, not a Cowboys fan at all, that evidently witnessed said encounter, and it seemed to just be professional. It was totally on the up and up. So what exactly is going on here? ESPN, two men who were in the Phoenix hotel lobby the night of Hall of Fame wide receiver Michael Irvin was accused of misconduct with a female employee of the Marriott, said Wednesday that they didn't see him do anything wrong and that his brief interaction with the woman appeared friendly. Phil Watkins of Australia and Brent Davis of Philadelphia appeared at the news conference by video link with Irving and his attorney. Irving has filed a $100 million defamation lawsuit against a Jane Doe and Marriott International, Inc., alleging that a false misconduct claim on February 5th caused him to be kicked out of the Renaissance Phoenix Downtown Hotel and be removed from NFL's Super Bowl week coverage. ESPN, are you going to acknowledge you pulled him as well? I guess not. Watkins said he saw, quote, nothing at all that could be considered inappropriate, and that Irving and the woman shook hands and laughed. Quote, there's nothing untoward out of the interaction, Watkins said, adding that Irvin soon left for the elevator as the woman went back towards the bar. Irving insisted he did nothing wrong, went to his hotel room alone. He has said there was no inappropriate physical contact. Irving's attorney, Levi McCatherine, complained that Marriott was not adequately providing him the video footage of the encounter. McCatherine said he was allowed to watch a short video in Marriott's attorney's offices Tuesday, but was not allowed to make a copy or make one. God, so the hotel's still playing games here. The video showed Irving and the woman meeting and shaking hands, and that Irving twice touched her elbow before leaving, McCatherine said. McCatherine said he asked a judge to order Marriott to provide him with a copy. The allegations are nonsense. We need to immediately get Michael back to work, and I believe Renaissance needs to apologize very publicly if he is proven innocent. Marriott officials, and by the way, pay the man. Marriott officials did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Irvin, who appeared to tear up briefly in the news conference, complained that he hasn't been allowed to see the video. He compared the allegations and resulting fallout to Jim Crow-era persecution of black men. Quote, I couldn't even tell you what she looked like, Irvin said. This just blows my mind that in 2023 we are still dragging and hanging brothers by a tree. Again, I don't love the allegations, but if you're sitting there and you're him right now, you're going, what is going on here? And look, I'm just going to openly speculate. Reckless speculation is what Dan Le Batard used to call it. But you have to wonder if they had this interaction, she went back, somebody that she was working with said, you know that was Michael Irvin, and she's like, who's Michael Irvin? Well, you know he's a former Dallas Cowboys wide receiver. He's a Hall of Fame NFL player. Oh, he is? Yeah. And then somebody else chimes in, you know, he had some alleged misdealings back in the 90s, right? Some people went after him for some money, blah, blah, blah. And then you got to wonder, do the wheels start turning in somebody's head? And they're like, oh, well, he maybe somebody in the group doesn't like the Cowboys, don't like Michael Irvin, whatever. Okay, whatever. They spin around to the point where she's like, oh, well, you know, he touched me twice on my elbow. You have to wonder, did she actually feel it was inappropriate, or did somebody else chime in and say, well, that's not appropriate behavior for somebody professionally. You know, touching your elbow a couple of times, look, this is a society, the hyperbolic, hypersensitive society we live in now, where things that we would have done while talking to somebody 10 or 12 years ago is now a trigger point for some of these morons, okay? Because, look, touching a woman on her elbow twice shouldn't be deemed as inappropriate behavior. Sorry, not sorry, and there was a time when it absolutely wouldn't have been considered as such. I don't know. I can't help but feel to believe that this is nothing more than what is going to eventually come out as some kind of a cash grab from somebody, right? I like the fact that Irvin said, no, I'm suing everybody. For $100 million, by the way, because he knew, I'm saying I'm innocent, I'm going to scream it from the hilltop, and the best way to get your attention is to call my attorney and say, sick, $100 million, go get them. You know, and yeah, it's made this very loud, very clear, and Michael Irvin saying, hey, I'm innocent. I don't know. I got to tell you, I'm leaning very heavily in the direction of believing that these accusations are BS. You know, there. It is what it is. Tell me what you think, black and white sports supporters. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.